people out there. Thank you guys so much for coming out this evening. We appreciate you. Switch this quick to gallery view and see all the wonderful people. Hello, wonderful people. All right, you're waving back at me. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, cool. So we are Bring Your Own Improv. It is 9 o'clock and we're trying our late night show. We've already done the 7 o'clock show. That went pretty well. Gonna have some fun with the 9 o'clock show. All of you guys out there on YouTube, YouTube has been being a little tricky with us. Sometimes it drops. Hang in there. We'll launch it back up and we'll get it going for YouTube Live. All right, so getting things started, the important things. Exits, should you need the exit during the show, it's your house, so hopefully you know which exits you have there. Bathrooms, feel free to get up and use it. Just don't bring your phone and or device with you because nobody on the screen wants to see your entire journey. We are here in this Zoom room. We are also live on YouTube. Here in this room, some things you should know about. There is something called a speaker view, grid view. If you click back and forth, it'll switch between seeing everybody and seeing the show. Most of the show is going to be pretty good looking in speaker view, so you can see who's talking at that time. We learned that in the last show. How to is the chat, which I can see is already lit up. That's very great. Chat is, I think there's a button down there, and then you can see it on the right. When you want to volunteer, you can write in the chat. When you're going to give suggestions, you're going to go ahead and give those in the chat. And we'll take a look over there. So that will be helpful as well. There's a second way too. There's a reaction button. Has a little smiley face with a little plus on it. You can click on that and give thumbs ups and applause. So let's see how your applause are doing. Everybody go ahead and try the reaction button with the applause. Hey, we got a bunch of people applauding. We got some people applauding. Some people are still looking for the applauding. That's great. All right, fantastic. So we'll go back to speaker view here. I'll be running all the fun technical stuff this evening. So let's go through our cast so we know who's here this evening. Just because she's in front of me and chewing, we've got Chrissy.
Yeah, in a lemon bar.
We got Ian.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We got Tim.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
We got Audrey.
Yeah, we sure do have Audrey. Hello.
We have Eric.
What are y'all eating in there?
We got myself, I'm Daniel, I'm hosting, and you guys all met Kat at the door. So thank you very much for all that. So let's get started with something that's very important to us. Our cast is great, but we cannot do any show without our Fam Cup.
Fam
Cup.
Fam Cup.
So our Fam is our featured audience member, which Kat is going to go ahead and draw a name from right now and tell us whose name she drew.
Alex.
We have Alex. Okay, so now we got to find Alex. This is the only part.
Got him.
Fun. Got him. Unmute Alex.
Yep.
Alex, are you there? Oh, Alex! Alex, no, actually a little too well. We didn't realize he is a very, very old cast member. Hello, Alex. We don't mean that he's old. We mean that it's been a long time since he's been in a group. But Alex, it's good to see you tonight. All right, Alex, you're really broken up. You there?
Yeah.
All right, Alex. So we're gonna have trouble seeing you. So we also doesn't feel like it's a plant. We're gonna drop.
He's gonna
out.
do it in the chat.
Okay. How about we do another name from that Fam Club? Grab another name. Hopefully, it won't be an old cast. So everyone in here is gonna.
Nikki.
Nikki, where's Nikki? Find us, Nikki. Sorry, Alex.
I got Nikki.
You got Nikki. Where's Nikki?
Hi.
Hi, Nikki. All right. So, Nikki, Audrey, and Eric are going to ask you some questions. You are safe as our featured audience member. No one is going to mess with you. They are going to treat you lovely and kind. We usually say that you are fine, but everyone you came with is screwed. But we don't know who you came with because we're all keeping a safe and happy distance from each other. So, Eric and Audrey, take it away.
Hi, Nikki. So where are you joining us from?
Maryland.
Maryland, and where exactly in Maryland? Because all of us really know Maryland well.
Havre de Grace.
And that is like...
Northeastern Maryland, where the Susquehanna a river meets the Chesapeake Bay.
Exactly where I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us knew that, obviously. So can you let us know, do you go to school or do you go to work? And if so, what do you do?
I work from home and I'm a program lifecycle logistician.
Life cycle logistician? That sounds amazing. I have no idea what it is, but I kind of want to do it now.
Mostly I'm writing technical manuals right now.
For bicycles.
Actually for field hospitals.
I was close. I took a guess. So you work from home all the time? This is no different from you than the current climate?
Yes, my husband and I both work from home. It's special.
You're just wondering what everyone else is complaining about.
Nah, they closed karate down, so I can't go out now. No place to go.
Yeah. So what are some other hobbies that you do when you're not like doing your work as a life cycle logistician?
I bake. I take martial arts. I like to read. I like to work on my car.
What's your favorite thing to bake?
Biscotti.
Biscotti. All right.
How about music? What kind of music do you listen to?
I
Today?
Sorry?
What kind of band? What kind of music?
Alternative.
Okay. I'm asking this for Chrissy. What's your favorite Disney movie?
Mulan.
Mulan. I can tell you one song in Mulan.
Christina Aguilera. Sorry, I'm butting in.
If Mulan doesn't work for you, like Little Mermaid is second, if that's better.
Okay. I've got a 7-year-old, so I'm coming from a biased point of view.
I'm 40. So I know the old ones. No kids.
Wouldn't have pegged you a day over 8.
Thanks.
Speaking of Disney movies, do you have any? What's your favorite film that you could watch over and over again?
Oh gosh, there's like a lot of them. Usually I would say Gaslight, but it's from like 1940, so I don't know if that works for you.
It works for me.
Okay. A secret crush on Charles Boyer.
Joseph Cotton, of course, duh. Charles Boyer. Please.
You mentioned reading. What kind of books do you like to read?
Kind of genre stuff. Right now I'm in sci-fi, fantasy. Right now I'm reading something by Jasper Fforde.
I love Jasper Fforde. Oh my gosh. The Thursday Next series is my life.
Oh my God, get a room, Audrey.
Okay, bye.
We can do that, right?
Right, we're gonna go in a private chat now and we're gonna just talk about Jasper Fforde novels.
I give the last question to Audrey.
Fantastic. Let's see. So we mentioned sci-fi. Let's see. If you could have any fictional animal, what would you have as a pet?
A tribble.
Correct answer again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
They never liked me.
All right, Nikki. So we're gonna give Nikki a big old hand. Everybody, give Nikki a hand from your reactions thing. Oh, this is so weird not to do with a live audience. Okay, so Nikki, little did you know there were actually a movie made about you. Actually, are you still there, Nikki?
I am still here, yes.
Can you tell me what kind of movie Gaslight is?
Film noir.
Film noir. Okay, that's actually good. All right, so I guess that went fine. You said you had a couple other movies you like. Go ahead and just say those real quick. First one you think of. You're not held to it forever.
Oh no, I can't think of, like, my mind is blank. This is terrible.
Okay, no, actually that works fine. All right, perfect. All right, so Nikki, we're gonna mute you, but thank you so much for being the fam. All right, so we're gonna see a movie right now about your life based on the suggestions that we just got. And the first two in that movie are Eric and Audrey. So Eric and Audrey, please take away the movie about Nikki entitled Nikki's Light.
This book is amazing.
Yeah, I wrote it using my finest quill pen.
I can tell the ink is still wet and dirty.
Yeah, well, don't flip the pages because then it's gonna smudge.
Pages, this looks like parchment.
Yeah, it is. That's where I write all of my life cycle logistician notes.
This is amazing. I don't understand any of it. How long did you go to school?
I went to school for 30 years, back when the Killers were still playing their first songs.
I wish I had been there when they first took the stage.
Yes, yes. Say, why don't you pass me back that parchment and I can add a little note for you to sign it?
Oh, please do.
Ooh. All right, may I ask, to whom may I address this fine piece of work?
Make it out to eBay.
Okay, here we go. To eBay.
That's what my friends call me.
With my heart and soul and all the love in the universe. Now, what are you going to do with this tome once I've given it back to you?
I'm going to keep it on my shelf and not sell it to the highest bidder.
That's entirely believable. I commend your...
Put that script away, and eventually they dragged it back out to be a 1940s film, fantasy film about not a book, but someone writing a mind. We'll take Tim and Ian for that.
Well, sir, you don't mind if I have a look inside your mind, do you?
You may, but first, please fill out the necessary paperwork for the required movement.
Yes, well, I have this fascinating tool that I've come up with. It's called a dragon pen, and I can just insert it into one's head and write in your mind.
Interesting. I feel the words going through my eyeballs as you do this. This is
I've
quite
been
the art.
training for centuries. I've been training to be able to do this in your mind.
Ooh. The logistics behind the logisticians is amazing. You are quite the magician logistician.
So with these thoughts that I will write for you, I wonder, where will you take them? What will you do with them?
I shall bring them on a manual and write it down.
For
But
your own use, of
perhaps-
course.
Excuse me?
For your own use, of course.
For my own use, I will not share them with anyone. I shall never give them to anyone, nor sell them for the highest bidder. I shall keep them in my own domicile.
Ah, good. Your truthfulness is entirely believable.
Thank you, thank you. I passed a lie detector test once through eBay, so
Then let us commence.
yes.
Okay, all right, and scene. All right, so unfortunately that film did not do as well as they thought they would. They got very surprised and said that film was terrible. Don't let anybody see it again. But the script got hidden for a while, and then it was dragged back up, and the producers said, you know what? This film would make an excellent Star Trek film if a Star Trek film was in noir. So just a noir Star Trek film that clearly was the box office hit, entitled Nikki Light. We'll do Audrey and Chrissy.
Hang on, I have to Google noir. Got it.
Casablanca. Go ahead.
Seen Casablanca. Okay.
Stardate 21.7. Today is the day that I am going to meet her. Finally, I will see the author of all this great creation on this great planet.
Why, hello. It's me, Nikki, the famous author. Thank you for having me at your spaceship.
Are you the same Nikki that has forged all this planet out of the atoms that have created it?
Why, yes, I have indeed forged many an atom in my days. You know, I studied for over 30 years to get here.
I'm most impressed by your aptitude, but I was wondering if you might mind using this phaser to inscribe your name in my starship, please?
Oh, why, it would be an honor to use this phaser. Now, who should I make this out to?
It was then that I realized I couldn't use my true identity, so I gave her a false name, which was... Jim.
Jim? Oh, why, I never would have pegged you for Jim.
Yes.
I said suspiciously. It sounded like she was hiding something.
I knew she was getting suspicious, so I said, I'm not going to sell this starship on eBay if that's what you're thinking.
But it was what I was thinking. After all, you don't go to school for 30 years and not come out smart.
Hey, you can't, are you setting that phaser to kill instead of stun?
Well, maybe.
It was then I realized I was in true danger, and I said, beam me up, Scotty!
That Scotty's always ruining everything.
And scene. All right, very nice, very nice. Nikki, is that your life pretty much? Just nod yes and no. If you're in gallery view, you could say, Nikki's like, yes, that is completely my life. All right. Fantastic. So that was a lot of fun. We are going to continue now. We're going to get into some of the games we're hosting, but we do want to say we're offering the show to many of the families out there that need something to do, and everybody's kind of struggling a little bit. So we are here for you, and that's why the show is free. But we're also artists, and so if you can support us, we'd really appreciate it. So if you're someone that's doing okay right now, and you can support the arts and these wonderful members, you could do it after the show. You could do it now. We've got a couple of links right there. So we've got a Venmo account up there if you're a Venmo type person. So that's written up there. And then we have a PayPal account as well that you can paypal.me there. We'll pull that up a couple more times, but we want to thank you guys for those who are able to donate. We really appreciate it. And if not, please enjoy the show. We are here for you and your family. So we're going to get to the first game that we're going to take volunteers for this evening. We're going to play a game called Two-Headed Monster. Two-Headed Monster works like this. One of the people here is going to be all by themselves. And then the other person is going to be part of a two-headed monster that can only speak one at a time. So in this scenario right now, Audrey and Eric are going to pretend to try to be the monster. So they must speak only one word at a time. So if they were on to say, hello, how are you today? They would say it just like this.
Hello. Not like that. How
Are
you?
today.
Fantastic. And so that is how that is going to work. So first off, do we have anyone who wants to volunteer? What you do is you put your name down in the chat session saying like, hey, me, I want to play. So it's down in the bottom right-hand corner is the chat. And as soon as we see someone up there who wants to volunteer and plays nice and easy, because you only have to think of one word at a time, we'll give it just a minute. We don't normally wait this long, but there are 51 of you, so we're hoping that one of those things comes up. I do not see anyone. So, oh, Missy. So Melissa Goodnight. Can we find Melissa Goodnight?
Got her.
All right. Thank you very much. And Melissa, you there?
Yes. Hi.
Should we call you Missy?
Sure. Yes.
Hi, Missy. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you.
Cool. Where are you from?
We're in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Thanks so much, Rita. How did you hear about us from Atlanta?
We have friends who live in.
We're in Rhode Island. It's okay. No one knows where we are. It's fine. So
We don't know where we are.
I think
No.
you're good.
So Melissa, you're going to be paired with, I believe, Audrey.
Audrey, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are going to try. Oops. You guys are going to try this out right now. Can you go ahead with just hello? How are you today? We'll start with Audrey, and Melissa, you jump in so we see if this works. Go ahead.
Hello.
How
Are
you?
today?
Fantastic. All right. So we're going to get this scene started. Eric, not Eric, Ian, can I have something from the board about Nikki?
Sure, karate.
Karate. Yes, of course. I would like to see the karate instructor and their student discussing and working on how good the new dojo looks right now. Eric, take it away.
So I really like what you've done with the place there, Mr. Miyagi.
Interior
Design
is
very
important.
for
Me,
and
my
crew.
Yeah, I think they call it feng shui, don't they? I think everything has a place, and it's all about distributing the energy around the room.
exactly.
Yes.
That
Is
correct.
Good, good, good. So let me figure this out. The 2 head thing. Is it like the yin and the yang? Like, you know, we're supposed to have a positive and negative. I've never met a 2-headed karate instruction before.
We
are
always
together
because
our
heads
are
love.
Okay. So I was wondering, could you help me get the bathrobe on? Does it tie in the back or is it in the front?
Just
turn
around
several
times
and
say
Allah
ka-zam, please.
Alakazam, please. Alakazam, please. Alakazam, please.
Did
that
work?
It worked making me dizzy, that's for sure. There's
Try
touching
your
nose
and
eyes
because
you
are
a
koala.
Oh, I get it. It's like Boy Scouts. They start as Cub Scouts. So like I'm a koala karate guy first, and then maybe like later on I'm a grizzly bear, right?
Right.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. Thanks for extrapolating on me. So who do I get to beat up?
Someday
soon
you
will
beat
the
ultimate
master
who
Awesome.
is
named
Who?
Horsey
Johnson.
Is he bigger than me?
He
is
700 feet
tall
and
has
9
eyes
2
noses
and
3
livers.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Stop. Don't we have some sort of peaceful resolution that we could use here?
And scene. All right, give her a hand. Well, if you can, there's a little reaction thing. You can actually click giving her a hand so she can see that. So thank you so much for that. All right, so we're gonna mute Missy there if somebody's on that. And all right, let's move on to our next game. Our next game we're gonna try here tonight is called Try That On for Size. The way this game works is one person's going to start doing a very repetitive action. Let's say they were bouncing a basketball, right? And they might say, I'm bouncing a basketball. Try that on for size. Then the next person would have to come up with something else that was. So if Ian was next, he might say,
I'm patting a dog on the head. Try that on for size.
Then it comes back to me, who's the one playing against him, and I could be like, I'm hitting the button because I know the answer in Jeopardy. Try that on for size. And we're going to go back and forth until one of the people runs out of something to say, or they just say the wrong thing, or I just decide, you know what, Chrissy, I don't want to let you win at anything tonight. I think you win too much. You have so many more awards than I do. It's not fair. So to get this started, this is where we can take up to 3 volunteers. So if you want to volunteer, again, throw in there. We've got a Jackson, a Corey, and a Jim. If you guys can grab those people, Jackson, Corey, and Jim. And we'll add
Got
those.
Corey.
We got Corey. Cool.
Got Jackson.
Jackson, say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Daniel.
Hi. Oh, hey, it's Jackson. I know Jackson.
Jim.
And we need a Jim.
Got
Hi,
it.
everybody. Thanks for a great show.
Cool. So just make sure that you're not speaking or making noise during your when it's not your turn. The order is going to go Eric, Audrey, then Jackson, then Tim, then Corey, then Ian, then Jim, then Chrissy. You will not have to remember that. I will take care of that. It's just so you have an idea of where you're coming up. So Eric and Audrey, you're going to start. Ian, can you tell me on the board something that is an activity?
Let's say baking.
Baking. So Eric, if you would like to start doing something that is baking and announce that you're doing it so Audrey can see it.
I'm stirring batter. Try that on for size.
Ooh, I'm petting a very large cat. Try that on for size.
I'm giving the nerd a noogie. Try that on for size.
I'm painting a painting using my elbow. Try that on for size.
This underarm odor ain't gonna wave itself away. Try that on for size.
I'm putting eye drops in the eyes of a dolphin who I have in a headlock. Try that on for size.
Somehow these underarm farts aren't making any noise. Try that on for size.
I'm gently caressing a snare drum to make noise. Try that on for size.
I'm working on
Eric,
my new 80s move. Try that on for size.
Jackson, Corey, and Jim, just make sure you guys, keep it quiet for there so that we can hear. Cool. So Eric, you're out of there. Audrey and Jackson, you're up.
Okay.
Audrey, I heard a thing about a drum in there. What can you do with a drum? And make sure you announce that so Jackson can start doing the same thing. If you're watching it on television at the same time, make sure you have the television muted. Okay? All right. We can see Eric drinking. All right. Go ahead, Audrey, a drum.
I'm shaking my tambourine. Try that on for size.
What is she shaking?
Shaking a tambourine.
I am shaking a maraca.
Try that on for size.
Try that on for size.
I'm a hand model and I'm modeling a bracelet. Try that on for size.
I'm drilling into the earth with my bare hands. Try that on for size.
I'm screwing in a light bulb, but using one of those claw things. Try that on for size.
I'm showing you my fist before I punch you so you get a good idea about how big it is.
All right, that's
Try that
violent.
on for size.
Audrey, indoor. All right, cool. So we've got that in. So sorry, Jackson, you're stepping out of there. Tim, you're up. And your suggestion is anti-fight club, Audrey, whatever anti-fight club makes you want to do.
Okay. Ooh, I'm a nerd putting on my goggles. Try that on for size.
I'm looking for all the clouds above the ocean. Try that on for size.
Ooh, these new eyes make me look much more beautiful. Try that on for size.
And suddenly I had a revelation. I don't need glasses no more.
I'm playing one of those old-fashioned Viewmasters that the kids love. Try that on for size.
Cyclops ain't got nothing on me. Try that on for size.
No one must know my secret identity, so that's why I wear a mask. Try that on for size.
I'm going to be Millhouse for Halloween. Try that on for size.
Audrey, you got nothing.
Ooh, I got nothing.
So Tim, you're in there with Corey. So Corey, you're up. And to get us going, Tim, you're going to take superhero as your suggestion.
I'm trying to fly. Try that on for size.
I'm lifting up heavy artillery. Try that on for size.
I'm doing the opposite of pulling a rope to get that bell going. Try that on for size.
This pulley system really needs a big work job. Try that on for size.
I don't really know how to shovel that well. Try that on for size.
Digging up a garden. Try that on for size.
I went to high five someone and all I got was a one fist. Try that on for size.
2 uppercuts in 1. Try that on for size.
Tim's got nothing. All right. Sorry, Tim, you're out of there. Ian, you're up with Corey. So Corey, please do whatever would knock you out of breath. So something that would knock you out of breath, and then announce it.
I need CPR. Try that on for size.
I'm trying the Heimlich maneuver on myself. Try that on for size.
Could somebody give me the Heimlich, please? Try that on for
That's
size.
the same thing. Oh, sorry, Corey. Hey, Jim, you're up with Ian. So let's go with driving. Ian, start us off with driving.
I'm adjusting the mirror in my car. Try that on for size.
I'm operating a hot air balloon. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to balance a level on this moving picture. Try that on for size.
I'm making the tightrope walker above me really angry. Try that on for size.
I'm scraping the paint off of my windowsill. Try that on for size.
I'm failing at using Venetian blinds. Try that on for size.
I'm neither walking nor chewing gum. Try that on for size.
I'm milking a really big cow. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to adjust the height of my temperature gauge. Try that on for size.
You've adjusted enough things, Ian. Enough of that. All right, Jim and Chrissy. Jim, I'd like to know what kind of art you're going to make.
I'm painting a serene painting. Try that on for size.
I'm practicing jazzercise. Try that on for size.
Wingardium Leviosa. Try that on for size.
I'm pretending that I'm a swan. Honk, honk, honk. Try that on for size.
I'm conducting an orchestra. Try that on for size.
Help, help. I think I'm having a heart attack. Try that on for size.
I do declare that was definitely one of the best things I've seen. All right, fantastic to Jim and Corey and Jackson there. Thank you so much. As we move ourselves along, there's been a crime this evening, and it wasn't that last game. Ian has committed a crime, and so he's going to leave into the guessing room, which I need to set up for him to do. So while I stall, I will send Ian to the guessing room. Okay, so he should be able to go to that now. This is a game called Good Cop, Bad Cop. The way this game works is that Ian has committed a crime, and we're going to have two cops, and they're going to be interrogating him and coming up with what it is that he did, where he did it, and who he did it with. So we're going to come up with those crimes and such, and then we're going to bring him back in, and he's going to have to guess based on those clues. So we can't be super obvious about him, but we're going to hint our way through. Tim is going to be one of our cops. Do we have somebody else who would like to be a cop and ask questions? So go ahead and put down your name down in the chat there. And while we're doing that, so remember, it's going to be what the crime was, where it was, and who he did it with. I'm not seeing any names jump up. So Audrey, oh, there we go. So is it Karen or Carolyn? Let's pull Karen and Carolyn up.
Harry just said hi,
Karen. Got it.
Got it. Thank you. All right. And then Kat, make sure you remute yourself there. Awesome. Okay, Carolyn. Hey, how are you, Carolyn?
Good.
Good. Oh, God, it's so good to see you. Carolyn is one of our regulars, and she's been a youth collective coming to BYOI for a very long time, so it's great to see you here. And despite she is old enough to attend this show. Okay, so we need a crime. So down on the bottom in the chat feature, can somebody give me something that has never in history actually been a crime? No one has ever gotten arrested for it. So we're going to need you to put something in the chat feature. There's about 46 of you in here. So okay, spitting on the ground. Oh, no, the first one I saw was flamingo stealing. I'm going to try to take the first one there. So flamingo stealing, you know what? We'll actually take both so I'm not cheating. We'll say that he spit on a flamingo.
Yay.
So that is the crime that Ian did. He spit on a flamingo. Now, where did he do this that is nowhere near Florida? Somewhere that is, oh, he did this at the circus. Oh my goodness, he did this at the circus. Thank you very much, Cameron. All right, so, and now I need a celebrity that he did this with. I'd like to do a celebrity from the 1970s. Oh, all right. Those two are officially, he did it not just with Bert, but with Bert and Ernie. So he committed the crime with both of those people. So once again, let's remind him, we've got, he spat on a flamingo. Got that, Tim and Carolyn? At the circus with Bert and Ernie, both of them combined. All right, so we're gonna send Kat to go get Ian. In the meantime, hey folks there, you're gonna help Ian out. Remember those two reaction buttons down there? This is how it's gonna work. If Ian's getting close, you're gonna give him the thumbs up symbol. So go ahead and click the reaction button down there and click the thumbs up so we know you know how that works. It's right down at the bottom, so you get to help us out. All right, I got a good amount of them there that got that. So there's the thumbs up. And if he gets it, we all get to do the clap symbol. Let's go ahead and do the clap symbol so we know that that works as well. Fantastic. So he'll be looking for your help as he goes through this game. Again, you have two choices when watching the game. You have gallery view and speaker view. So feel free to go through, but we'll find that speaker view is usually the best. Ian, is Ian back in the room yet?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you terrible criminal, you. All right, I'm putting you here in this room with Tim and Carolyn. They're gonna get this information out of you.
We'll see about that.
I can't believe you would do this, Ian. It's
Yeah.
despicable.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe you're making it up.
We're not making up anything. We saw the whole thing. You've got witnesses everywhere who told us.
It was a slimy crime.
Yeah. It's we need your help though. We need your help. We need you to tell us why you expectorate on such a species.
Listen, I'm the spitting image of all my best friends.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I don't believe it. I don't think you've got any friends who were there with you except for one person, but we'll get to that first. We need to figure out what you were doing.
Oh, you want me to talk about the birds and the bees?
Maybe not so much insects, but we can figure out a specific type of
You were just
A
feeling
bird.
so pink, weren't you?
yeah. Just eat. Yeah, just
Listen,
picking on
there are a lot of
birds.
lawns on my neighborhood, and I like to walk around and see what's out there.
Yeah. I do see them in lawns.
Sometimes you see them in lawns, but not this one. This was different. You were being mean. All they
Oh, like
wanted to
nobody's
do.
ever spit on a flamingo before.
Oh, that's not the problem though. It was where it happened. It was
Oh, yeah?
where it happened. I don't
Oh, so
care
it's okay
how
on
many
lawns,
rings.
but not somewhere else?
I don't care how many rings you think you've been around.
You can't be the master all the time.
No. You really got to work with us. You really got to work with us.
Please, you people, this police station, it's crazy in here. You're all clowns.
We ain't clowning around. This is professional. We are professional here.
We're not putting on a show.
No. This is not sold to any idiot, any sucker. We're not. There's no suckers born here every minute. You got to tell us.
Listen, the way you run this place, it's like a circus, I tell you. It's like a circus.
Oh. Yeah. Now it just matters who you did it with.
Okay. So you're saying where again? Was this crime taking place?
Oh, you're saying it was at a circus.
Oh, no. That's where we saw you. That's right. Where we saw you, but that's not the big part. It's who you were with. How could you do that to so many children? The youngest generation, those were role models that it's despicable.
Listen, I run around with a lot of people. I run around with a lot of famous people, heroes. Villains. I know everybody.
They're not so important that they have an alter ego. They're just living together, providing good examples for a domicile.
You thought you could just use him like a puppet?
Yeah. And so discriminatory against big birds. It's like you know where they're from, but you took them and you just said, "Hey, birds, flamingos."
This
Patooey.
questioning's making me pretty grouchy.
That's some trash we won't allow. But you might be on the right avenue.
Yeah. Certainly hang out on that street.
Yeah.
Listen, Officer Bert, Officer Ernie.
Yeah. That's right.
Maybe I was spitting with flamingos with you. You never know. Maybe I was trailing you.
Trailing who?
Hey, Captain, we've got the sheet for you to fill out. If you could just have them fill out the sheet here and committing what the crime is, where it happened, and who it happened with, that'd be great.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there
All
you
right.
go.
Well, fill out this sheet. Tell me what exactly you did so we can move on with this process.
All right. I've had enough of you. Okay, I admit it. I spit on a flamingo at the circus with Bert and Ernie.
I knew it.
All right, very nice job, Carolyn. That was really hard not to laugh out loud because I was like, I've got to mute this thing. Fantastic. All right, so we've got that in there. Hey, I hope you guys are having a good time so far. We're having a good time. As a quick reminder, again, this is a free show, but if you're able to donate, we always appreciate it. Again, those options are if you want to Venmo us some money, and I don't trip over things on my floor. If you want to Venmo some money, you can do that here. If you'd like to do ahead and do it through PayPal, you can do that here. That does help support our artists where this is we can bring to you. Apparently all over the country, from Atlanta to Rhode Island, or if anyone else is from some other crazy place, feel free to write that in the chat. We'd like to know, are you from some cool place besides Atlanta or Rhode Island? Okay, let's get on to that next game there. We're going to play a game called Questions. The way Questions works is this. We're going to have a scene between two people, but they may only speak in questions. No answers are allowed, just questions, and not Canadian questions either. So we can't just have an upward inflection. And wow, Idaho, good for you, Idaho. Somebody here's from Idaho. That's where I'm going to college soon. Congratulations, Idaho. All right, I'm distracted. So if we're going to do this scene here, and we were going to do it between Eric and Audrey, they are going to have a scene really quick with just questions. Take that away as an example.
So, how's the weather been?
Can't you see how the weather's going right now?
What do they call this? Sleet?
Haven't you been watching the Weather Channel?
What number is that?
7.
All right.
no.
So Audrey said a statement, so then she would have been knocked out. We had the scene go back and forth. So that's fantastic. We have a lot of places people are from. If those people want to acknowledge later how they heard about the show, that's fantastic. We only thought Rhode Islanders were hearing this, so that's really cool to see you guys from there. All right, so we need 3. Don't put where you saw the show yet, because we need 3 volunteers who think they can speak only in questions. So Jim said to let anybody else go first, which is fine. We can make up. Denny. All right, so Denny's got there. Do you want to grab Denny? Anyone else? Oh, wait, no, Denny said no. She just meant to say she was from Connecticut. Okay, not even Connecticut. Okay, so Jeremiah, and that's under Melissa's again. So I think that's Melissa's friend that she's with.
I got Melissa.
Yep. And we'll just take Jim again then too. All right, 2 it is.
I got Jim.
All right. Jeremiah. Yeah. and Jim. All right, so let's actually get this started with Eric and Audrey. Ian, can you give me something off the board that we have not heard yet? Because we want to get everything for Nikki.
Sure, field hospitals.
Field hospitals. No, find something else. We're trying to get away from the world right now.
All right, we'll go with tribbles.
Tribbles. Clearly, we are starting with tribbles. So let's start. Audrey and Eric, your scene is about tribbles, somehow inspired from that.
What's your tribble's name?
Would it be bad if I called him deceased?
What happened to your tribble?
What didn't happen to him?
No, sorry, that is just rephrasing. Eric, you're out of there. Okay, so Jeremiah, you with us?
Yes.
All right, Jeremiah, you're up with Audrey. We're on another part of the ship where Audrey is trying to save all the tribbles. Let's go with the questions from there. You've run into her. Go ahead.
Where have you been?
Can't you see that I'm saving every single tribble on the ship?
What about their friends?
Didn't they end up in the space?
Why did they end up in space?
Do you know anything about airlocks and how they work?
Where's the airlocks?
Don't you pass them every single day on this space station that you call home?
Do I look like the captain to you?
Where's the captain, by the way?
Have you seen the first mate?
We have a first mate?
How long have you been on this ship?
Where are we?
All right, apparently neither of you know how to get around the ship that you both live on. So both of you guys are out of there for right now. Tim and Jim are the captain and first mate. And let's see what's going on the bridge of this ship between Tim and Jim.
Yo, what star date is this again?
Are we using the Gregorian or the Roddenberryan calendar system?
When was the last time you looked at the calendar?
Don't we have computers for that?
I thought you actually had some.
Tim spoke in a sentence. He is out of there. All right, Ian. Yep, Ian's in here. So Ian and Jim. Ian, you are the technical officer, and Jim is the first mate. And let's see, you're running to tell them what happened to the captain.
Can we get him to sickbay in time?
Why would you think there's any chance at this point?
Doesn't he always come back before the end credits?
Are you making stuff up in your mind?
Isn't that where most people make things up?
Are you trying to put one over on me, officer?
How could anyone think they could fool you?
How could they think that?
Are you working for Section 31?
Where did you hear about Section 31?
Wouldn't I have to kill you if I told you?
Is that the way they're plotting against me?
Why would you think we would ever plot against you?
Yeah, we're kicking you out for sarcasm. All right, that's fine, Jim. Okay, Chrissy, you are the alien who's been beamed up from another planet, and the aliens always come on to the technical officers because the technical officers clearly don't understand that kind of sexual tension. So let's see the scene between you two guys.
What is your name, officer?
What species are you?
Don't you recognize the cutest species?
Why haven't I seen you in my technical manuals?
Have you read all of the manuals?
Where would I find someone like you?
Did you check page 45?
Have you been in my quarters reading my manuals?
Would you like to pet my tribble?
Is that a double entendre?
And scene! All right, congratulations there to Jeremiah and Jim. We've clearly learned how Star Trek has gone awfully wrong. Nikki, are you enjoying yourself there? We could just, it's all about you in a way. I don't even know where Nikki went there. Okay, cool. So moving on. Well, clearly it is time for us to debate the things that are going on in our lives. It's time for Debate Club. This is a game in which people are going to be talking about a subject that they know very, very well. Even if they don't know very, very well about it, everything they say about it is true until someone disagrees with them. So someone will be talking, and let's say they're going on, and at some point someone's going to yell, challenge. When they do, I can call on that person, and then that person then can either, I can tell them, yes, they can start talking when they give me what their challenge is, or I can say, no, I don't agree with their challenge, and then they go back in line. So what we're looking for is people who want to challenge the way things are going on, the people who are really good talkers. And again, everything you say is right. So even if it doesn't make any sense, it is still absolutely right. I'm just going to take a second and realize that Ducky is on somebody's screen, and that makes me so dang happy right now. Sorry, not to distract. I am clearly distracted. So we need people who feel that they can just be the gift of gab, including if the fam wants to try and play a game, that's fine. Do I have anybody who's the gift of gab, wants to write in the chat section that they'd like to be in this game? This is the part that's fun.
I see Karen.
Karen, okay.
I've got Karen.
Karen up.
Or Carolyn.
Yeah, Karen or Carolyn. Anybody new? This is a fun game to play because if you don't say anything, then you don't have to speak. You only have to speak if you say challenge. If you don't, you can stay in the back.
Ooh, Hamali and Jared. We got
Jared,
two newbies.
okay. Yes, we got him. All right, so
I love it.
Carolyn, are you playing, or is it your Karen?
We got Jared.
Carolyn.
And we have Jared. Jared, you here?
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
And
Holly has that newlywed smell about her.
Oh yeah, and even like style, attitude. I can go on.
Okay, so for this game, you may find that grid view is preferable. Remember not to speak if it's not your turn. We're going to go ahead and debate a particular object. Ian, is there something on that board we have not handled yet?
Sure, biscotti.
Clearly, I would like to know more about biscotti. Who here is an active biscotti carnivore?
I eat everything.
All right, cool. Chrissy, please tell us all about the history of biscotti.
There once was a man named Harold Biscotti, and he really liked cookies. So one day he said, I am going to make the best cookie that has ever existed.
Yes, Eric.
She's telling us like it's a story. These are supposed to be facts.
Oh, I accept. Please tell us in a factual way about how biscottis were created.
Well, you see, Cookie Monster was eating cookies, and he just decided.
Challenge.
Yes, Jared.
Biscotti is an Italian name. Cookie Monster is not Italian.
Oh, please explain to me what character in Sesame Street is Italian.
Johnny Italiano, the recurring character.
Challenge.
Yes, Molly.
He doesn't have the seriousness it needs to say these things.
Okay, please explain.
He is a character from the movie Friends, where they fell in love.
Challenge.
Yes, Eric.
Friends is a TV show and not a movie.
Please explain the character Joey from Friends.
I see, Joey from Friends is all about good looks and no brains. You know, unlike some people in the cast.
Challenge.
Oh, yes, Tim.
It's not just about good looks or no brains. Sometimes it's a mixture of both.
All right, Tim, please explain why you have all good looks and no brains.
Well, the problem with having
Challenge.
all...
Chrissy.
I think you meant Eric.
Oh, no, Eric has none of the good looks. Tim, continue.
So the problem with Eric having none of the good looks is it makes him jealous.
Challenge.
Yes, Eric.
That's not the problem with Eric.
I accept. Please explain to me the problem with Eric.
Well, let's see. Alphabetically, acne. I've got
Challenge.
Yes, Jared.
Acne is not on even the top 100 things that are wrong with Eric.
It was alphabetical.
Please start at the bottom of the list, Jared.
Of the least zebra loving. There's definitely his Yankee pot roast.
Challenge.
Yeah, who is that challenged?
Me.
Oh, Carolyn. Yes, go ahead.
He's never eaten Yankee pot roast.
I accept. Please explain why no one should eat Yankee pot roast.
Every time anybody makes Yankee pot roast, it's awful. So then nobody
Challenge.
should eat it.
Yes, Chrissy.
That's because Yankee candles should be smelled, not eaten.
I accept. Please explain why you do not eat Yankee candles.
Listen, y'all, I know it's hard when you're hungry, but you shouldn't eat a candle.
Challenge.
Tim.
If Yankee candles should not be eaten, why do they smell so good?
Yes, Tim, please explain to me how it is a good idea to eat a Yankee candle.
Well, you see, the big thing with eating is you also
Now, Eric, he hasn't spoken enough. I want to know more about candles.
You don't just taste things with your taste buds, you also sense them with your sense of smell. So a Yankee candle.
Challenge.
Yes, Carolyn.
You smell them with your ears.
I accept. Please explain why you smell with your ears, not your taste.
So actually smelling comes from hearing. So then you smell through your ears and you get a better sense of the smell.
Challenge.
Yes, Amali.
You cannot smell through your ears because there is wax, which is made out of candles.
Oh, I accept. Yankee candles are stored in your ears.
Yeah, and it just keeps, it has a lavender taste to it because I've tried on, so I can attest to it. If you want, I can find in the court.
Ian.
We don't really want to hear about Himalaya tasting her earwax.
Please tell me about what she should taste right now.
No, what we really know is that Yankee candles are always inferior to Red Sox candles.
Challenge.
Yes, Chrissy.
That sounds stupid. Baseballs don't smell like anything.
I accept. Please explain why baseball is stupid.
Well, duh, because it's a sport. So everybody should just go to theater
Challenge.
instead.
Tim, yes.
I think baseball is an American pastime and it's kind of fun.
I accept. Please explain why America's pastime is baseball and not football.
Well, sometime before they had football, you could chase a ball and run around a bunch of bases and also sit and drink beer with your
Challenge.
friends and talk about it.
Carolyn.
You could just play catch.
I accept. You know what? And scene. All those guys ahead. Hey, we can see you clapping. That's fun. All right, folks. We've come to our last game of the night.
Aww.
And we're going to mute those wonderful volunteers just so we are. All right. So our last game of the night is going to be Sing It. Sing It works like this. We're going to start up a scene based on some of the things that we've seen from this evening that inspire our team. And during that scene, at any point, if I yell out, sing it, the last person who spoke then has to sing a song about that particular thing that they were talking about and somehow inspired from it. So to get us up here, let's put up Chrissy and Audrey. Why not?
Yeah,
We'll start with those two.
Dream team.
And Nikki, where's Nikki? Can we unmute Nikki for a second? I want to go back to Nikki. Nikki.
And also, make sure you put it back on speaker view if you were on gallery view.
Yep. Nikki, are you here yet?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Nikki, what that you saw this evening would you like to hear more about? So think of all the different scenes we had. Which one are you like, you know what? I did not learn enough about that thing. And that's what will make them make that scene about.
I don't think I learned enough about the starship.
I accept. Cool. All right. Thank you very much, Nikki. So we can go ahead and mute yourself there. So we're going to find out more about life on the starship. And hopefully now people know who they are and where they work around this building. So again, make sure you go to speaker view. That's going to help you out best for this. All right. And begin.
Beautiful day to wake up in outer space.
I think it's very illogical to ascribe beauty to such a thing as space.
Well, we're right near the sun, Audrey, so it's a beautiful day to be right near the sun in space.
You are too foolish, Chrissy, because the sun is merely a ball of helium and oxygen, nothing else. Oh, the sun is just a ball of lots of helium and stuff that we have made into a big ball of gases in the sky. That's why I think that we should never have seen it at the time. That's why I think the sun is not a very beautiful thing.
You know, maybe you're onto something. It looks like the sun's getting closer to us.
That is a very astute and metrical judgment that you've made, Chrissy. Using my spectrometer, I can see that it is increasing at a rate of 8,000 kilometers per second.
Oh, sorry. Sing it.
I'm coming out of the spaceship. I've been doing just fine. Then I see the sun. I gotta run away. I was in space. How did I end up like this? It was only a trip. It was only a trip. Now she's calling the sun and she says it's a ball made of helium and something else at all. And we're all gonna die because the sun is right here. Maybe this is in my head. She's looking in the telescope, looking at the ball of helium and some other thing that I forgot because I'm not good at science. Audrey, are you still there?
Yes. Well, it appears that you are much more intelligent than I am when it comes to science matters. So I think I should maybe just keep my mouth shut around you.
We need a plan to stop the sun from getting even closer to us.
Okay. Have we tried beaming off this planet? Can we call Scotty again?
Dang it.
Can we please call Scotty now? I want to get off this earth. I think it would be too nice if we were not in this place. Twinkle, twinkle, little sun. Oh no, it's getting really close.
And scene! Well played. Well played. All right, folks, we want to thank all of you out for coming out here this evening. We had a really good time. We hope that you did too. It is great that we can actually find a way to come out to you in this time, and we really appreciate it. We hope we brought you a lot of joy. Thanks to all of you on YouTube watching. That's really great. And thanks to the many people in here that are watching. If you can support us and you're able to, please go ahead and donate to either our Venmo here or our PayPal. If you can't write all that down quickly, if you go to bringyourownimprov.com, there is a button that says please support us. So we would really appreciate that. We're going to be back next week. This is definitely a success. If you really like the show, please tell us so far in the chats, or you can go to our website and go down to the contact form and be like, this is why you're awesome. And we might use your, testimonial on our stuff, or we may just feel really happy about that too. Tim is going to make sure he types about it. So we want to thank you guys. Let's go ahead and thank each one of these casts. We got Tim. Woo! We got Chrissy.
God, he told me there was the sun there.
Eric.
I participated.
Ian.
Happy Friday night, everybody.
And Audrey.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody.
My name's Daniel. Guys, we want to thank you so much again. Thanks to all the audience members came out and see us. Thanks to that volunteers that came out this evening. And of course, thanks to Nikki for being our fam. Thank you very much. And scene. Woo. We're going to end this up soon. So, drop your comments if you want to soon. And we're going to take off. And
happy birthday, Mallory.
Happy birthday, Mallory. Nikki,
yeah.
See you. We'll talk later.
The big 2-1.
People from like high school. There's a lot of other people out here. Thank you, Melissa and Corey and Kim and my mother and Alex and wait, that's Kai. Hey, Jusu and Kai, look at that. And Mr. Beard, Jim, and whoever iPad is. Good for you, iPad. And Chris, Audrey's boyfriend, and Joseph, and a bunch of other people have already left.
That was you? That was actually my husband.
Oh, that was it says Audrey's boyfriend.
Yeah. Good bit.
So funny.
I nailed
We're
it.
all comedians in the Larson family.
Cass, there is that other Zoom you can join. So go ahead and we'll see you guys all over there as I finish up here. Thank you very much, guys. Again, if you could donate, if you can't, I hope you enjoyed it because you're all lovely people and everybody needs to laugh right now. Love everybody. All right, we're shutting this bad boy down. See everybody next week.